Yeah. I couldn't even get water down because everything left like a little more taste in my mouth. That's what it was. I was really sick. I never got sick.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started because we are live and we're recording. So, like Brittany said, I'm Jody Busher. I think I know pretty much everybody. I have been with the company. I had my 4-year anniversary this week. It's so exciting. It's hard to believe that it's my 4th January in the business. You guys should be so stinking excited. Hi guys. Hey, how are you? How are you? Good. So 4 years in this business. This is my 4th January, and you guys should be so stinking excited because this is the season of growth right now. This is when we grow like crazy. And why? Because New Year's resolution. Everybody wants to get healthier. They want to lose weight. They want to get ready for summer. So you guys should be talking about this business day in and day out, watching social media, watching for these posts on people who are doing their New Year's resolutions. Oh my gosh, if they're in the gym and they post a picture, be like, oh, have you ever heard of our products? Because they boost your New Year's resolution results. Like, just constantly be having, these conversations with people. If you go out and intentionally work your business during January, your business will explode. How many are doing Destination to Diamond? Oh, actually, a lot of you. Okay. So I went from distributor to double diamond in 5 months by implementing those tasks in my business. But it wasn't just that. It was because it was the season of growth. And that's the time to really run with your business. Because obviously we know we just came out of fall and winter, and that's when people are focused on holidays and everything else. And so people stop their auto shipments and things like that. I see it every year. Don't get discouraged by that. Get encouraged by January, because that's the time. So I just want to have a little bit of real talk with you guys here for a minute. If I went to your Facebook page right now, you don't have to answer me, you don't have to raise your hand, but if I went to your Facebook page right now, would I know that you're an It Works distributor? Would I know that it's January and you are promoting your products big time? Do you feel like in 2015 you worked your business to the fullest potential, harder than you've ever, to get to your goals? Do you honestly, with yourself, can you say, I worked to my fullest potential? I can't say that because I know I didn't. 2016 is going to be different for me. I got goals on paper and I'm ready to go. I have people, they're giving me their goals and dreams. We have our family dream board done. We have the personal, spiritual, relationship, business, financial, all those goals are on paper and we're ready to go. So that's something that I encourage you guys to do. Do you feel like you have the excitement and drive right now that you had when you first started? Because if not, why? Why not? What do we have to do to get you back there? And I like to use a scale of 1 to 10. On a scale of 1 to 10, where is your excitement level for It Works? Where do you guys fall at? If you're a 7, okay, what do we have to do to get you to 10? What do we have to do to get you back with that fire burning, can't tell enough people, just want to go out and preach from the mountaintops? That's where you want to be, because obviously we always talk about this being a gift that you want to share with people, and now's the time to share that gift. What's holding you back if you're not a 10? We want to look at that. Is it a self-limiting belief? What's keeping you from getting to your goals and dreams? What's holding you back? Is that fear of failing? Is it fear of what people are going to think of you when you're making these posts? The thing with this business is you got to be a crazy rap girl. You can't care what people think about you. You have to be out there promoting this business like it's the best gift and you can't wait to share it with people. So that's what you have to have in your mind. Do you have a fear of commitment? I actually, some of the people who wanted to do Destination to Diamond and decided not to do it, I'm okay with that, because if they could not give 110% commitment, I was okay with them not taking part in it, because they were worried about failing. And when they would tell me what was holding them back, I would say, I completely understand. And if you don't feel like you can give it 110%, then let's let you look at what everybody else is posting. And if you feel obligated, that you can post your why video, you can change your profile picture to what your dreams and goals are. If you can do the tasks, but just by seeing what other people are doing, go for it, you know? But if you can't make that 110% commitment, I don't want you to feel like you failed because you couldn't make that commitment. So I actually, you know, give kudos to the people who actually ended up having to say that they just couldn't do it. Are you guys having trouble balancing time? When I started this business, I have 6 girls, for those of you who don't know. I was an interior designer. My kids are involved in every sport under the sun, and I still ran with it. Like, I don't know if you heard my video the other day, but my kids ate mac and cheese and pizzas and PB&J sandwiches for like 4 months straight. But it was worth it. I mean, I got, you know, my $10,000 bonus. I went double diamond in 5 months. It was worth it. And I gave up a lot of evenings, a lot of dinner times, but the wrap cash I had coming in and the commissions, it made up for all of that because now I don't have to miss anything ever. Like, it's by choice. So I want you guys to feel that success. I want you to get there, but we need to stop and think about what it is that's holding us back. So that's kind of what I want you guys to think about tonight. We're going to do something that Brittany's going to elaborate on. Is I talked the other night on the leadership call. Social media is just exploding right now. Everything's about social media. But when my business built the strongest and when my retention of distributors and customers were the strongest was when I was out there having wrap parties. It's the personal, face-to-face, belly-to-belly part of this business that I think is what truly makes it work. Can you build it on social media? Yes. Can you get in contact with those people? Yes. But I think we need to go back to the basics. We've got to be having these parties. We've got to be getting in front of people. Because let's face it, you know, on social media, you might get in front of one person, but if you can get them to book a party where we can have 5, 6, 7, 8 people in front of us, don't you agree that your loyal customers are going to be retained longer? You might grab a distributor at that party to put those customers under. So I really think, you know, when I first came in, every night I saw my distributors posting pictures of people with facials on, and people with wraps on, and, you know, there was 5 and 6 people at these parties, and it was exciting. I can't remember the last time I saw a wrap party posted on Facebook. That's when this business was growing like crazy, and I want you guys to get back to that person-to-person, belly-to-belly wrap party. Like if I ask you guys, when was the last time you actually had a sit-down wrap party with a room full of guests? You know, I'm sure for some of us it's been a while. So we need to get back into that. I think that's crucial. We need to get back into blitzing, not just using social media, but out there personally talking to people about this business. I think it's really important that we get back there. So Brittany's going to elaborate on that a little bit more from my notes. I think from the training she took notes on it, but I just wanted you guys to get fired up because, like I said, this is the time of year every year when I grow. After I got to double diamond, I sat there for a while, and then I decided to go all in and go triple. I did it in 3 months. When you put your mind to something, and it was in January when I started. January I started all back in. By March I was triple. So you just got to put your mind to it and really run with it and get excited because right now is the time to grow. So.
I don't know where she's at.
She said I'm here, but the building is locked. On our
She just needs to go
event page.
Okay, guys, so we are talking, she basically just said this, but we need to get back to the belly-to-belly business. Like, our business is booming on social media. It's booming on social media, which is awesome, but the times when, even last year, when Sam and I also, going back to last year, some of you guys were in it last year with us, like, from January to March is where, and Ashley, you were in too, and you, towards the end. Yeah, so a couple of you guys, yeah. So that's the time when like your business is growing the most. You're seeing the most people, you're interacting with people. A lot of times you run into the like November, December, people aren't really wanting to have parties because there's Christmas and there's Thanksgiving. You already have family gatherings. January through March, it's cold outside. People don't want to go anywhere, but they still want to see their friends. So they're willing to book parties. So like that, and on top of New Year's resolutions, that's when people want to get together. They want to have parties. They want to have fun. They want to interact. So now is the time to be building our business like crazy to get in front of as many people as we can. And kind of like Jody was saying, definitely when you get into a party, you're just motivated when you have so many people that are like, what's this crazy wrap thing? Like you get to tell people all about our business, about our products, what they've done for you, and what they've done for your life. So definitely getting back to the belly to belly business. So wrap parties are a must. Gotta do wrap parties. But let's say that someone doesn't really want to do a wrap party, you can still do a one-on-one appointment. So has anyone ever done a one-on-one appointment? Yes, a couple of you. So some of you have, some of you haven't. So one-on-one appointment, it kind of sounds intimidating. I was kind of like, I don't even know what to do with a one-on-one appointment. When you have a one-on-one appointment, you really just want to get in front of them and show them what the wrap is. So you want to get them there, you want to show them about the wrap. Put the wrap on them if they're willing to try it. If not, just sit down and tell them about the products. The first thing I start with anyone who's asking about the products, ask them what their goals are, what their health goals are. If they're gonna say, my goals are to lose weight, you know what products to start with talking to them about. That is like a key question to ask, like, what are your goals? If they say, I wanna make more money, well, let me tell you all about our business opportunity. If they say, I have so much stress, I'd like to be less stressed, definitely tell them about Confianza. We can now talk about the essential oils, anything like that. Those are things you can talk to them about. Also, when you do parties and you do parties or wrap appointments, anything like that, post about it. People want to see your adventure. So we are still going to be using social media even when we're doing this. So if someone's going to allow you to use their wrap pictures, use their wrap pictures. Because then people can see, oh my gosh, they're having fun, they're seeing good results, they're having this adventure, and that's the whole thing. We want to bring people on this adventure with us. So that's the best thing to be doing with that. Also, we, as a team, we kind of have got into a habit of we don't need to do launch parties, and launch parties are the absolute best way to launch your business right when you sign up. So if you signed up and you never really did a launch party, get a launch party scheduled. Yeah, get a launch party scheduled and get your friends over, get your family over, let one of your uplines, the person that signed you, let them come over and just kind of talk about the products. Not only is it a really good opportunity for you to learn about the products, it's also going to be a very good place for you to boost your business right off the bat. So whenever you sign somebody, so let's say you sign a distributor, you want to be doing their party within a week. That's like our goal. Some people are like, oh, I'm too busy, I can't get it in a week. Just invite over 3 people. Invite over your mom, your dad, and your grandma. That's it. Yeah. Just get them over there. Just get them over there, because then you can just tell them about the products. And as a new distributor, you actually learn so much in that first party. You become so much more confident as a distributor. So remember back to when you first started and you felt like you didn't know anything, having that very first party. Is that good? There might be something in there. Which is cool. Thanks. We have a little helper up here. Yeah, so
training for sure.
Yeah, that's why she wants to be on stage.
I know.
She wants to talk about it. Yeah, and her pen, she's ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
So doing launch parties are a must, not only for you, but definitely for the new distributor. Anything else you want to add about getting back? Oh, and also, for everyone that's been on our team for a while, we're actually going to start doing like some back to the basics training for everybody. So I know a lot of you guys are in the Destination to Dining page right now, but for those of you who aren't, we're going to actually go back to the basics. We're going to kind of do a training on like eSuite. Like eSuite, you can run your whole business in your back office. So for anyone who's not a distributor, those are you get your own website and you can log in, and in your website, you get to know everything there is to know about your business. So it keeps track of your customers, your distributors, it keeps track of who signed what customers, it shows you everything you need to know about it. And there's so much to know. Like I feel like I'm still learning about back office. Like all the time I find out there's like a new report I can run and find out like who's closest to promoting. Like there's so much cool stuff in there. And even like charting, like learning how to actually chart, you can do that all in your eSuite. So that's all stuff that a lot of people don't know. So Sam and I kind of talked about doing like a training for you guys on just, well, maybe we'll do Google Hangout now that we know how to use it.
Yeah.
We may do that, but does that sound like something that might be helpful for you guys?
Basically, we want to get to the point where, I mean, once you're in the business and you've been in for a couple months, you should be able to 100% with confidence walk through your step success or use your party pad to sign loyal customers and sign your distributors. Your upline is to be utilized for things like, hey, how do I run this report? Hey, we're making this. We're going to relay new messages to you guys. You know, as you know, they trickle down from the top. That's how you get that kind of new information. But the absolute basics, you should be able to like you should not only know them and understand them, but feel confident, like eat, live, breathe them. Like that's the basics of how we run our business. So if we're not growing, it's probably because we're confused or just we don't really know. We just need a refresher course. Like we need to get back to how to tell people how to run this business. They're very simple steps, but if we don't have them and know them with confidence, we get stuck. Basically, we're in a rut. We're scared to talk about it, and that's kind of something that we both ran into seeing on our entire team throughout the fall to now. So,
and we don't want anyone to ever feel like they're not confident, because you guys are all rock stars. So know that you're rock stars and that you can do this and that you are going to rock this business. Just doing stuff like this is just going to make you more confident. You'll learn more about the products. You'll learn more about the business. You'll learn more about how to run reports. So stuff like that's just going to make you more confident about everything. So if you want to take it away talking about recruiting. Last year, Sam was a recruiting machine. For those of you who don't know, she signed like 20 people in like 2 months. She like distributors. Yeah. She's like killing it with her business. So she's going to talk to you guys about recruiting. Because right now, it is recruiting season. You need to be getting out there, talking to people, getting people involved with the business, because now is when people want to join. And especially with New Year's resolutions, yes, it's usually health related, but the next top one, it says that people want to make more money. So like more in their savings, more for a college fund for their kids, like whatever that may be, you can do that. So it's recruiting season like crazy. So Sam's gonna kind of talk to you guys about recruiting and what she did last year.
So I'm just gonna jump right into it. Just to piggyback a little bit off of what they both touched on of the social media thing. Social media, we're not ever gonna dumb down social media because social media is blowing up. I don't know if any of you are friends on Facebook with fellow multi-level marketing distributors, presenters that I'm seeing. A lot of other people are like signing with other companies, and they are all realizing, oh my gosh, social media is blowing up. They're doing the online parties, they're doing this. So again, that means even more so we need to be a face-to-face distributor. That's what people love about us. There aren't that many of us still in the world, so we need to definitely focus on being a face-to-face person, even if you don't have them directly. We need to be, almost customer service, being a part of people, and you really want to get one-on-one with as many people as you possibly can. So when people say I run my business 95% on social media, that other 5% means they're following up, having parties, wrapping people one-on-one. It might be a small percentage, but they're like kicking butt when they're doing it, and that's what's going to help that momentum go. You're going to grow your network hugely on social media, all of social medias, but you still have to engage at some point, face-to-face, belly-to-belly, like we've been talking about. So just to tie in what they mentioned about that part, that's whether you're 75% social media and the other 25%, belly-to-belly, own that, do it. Make that part even more important than your social media. Everyone gets into a groove and you know how to work the social media, but are you doing the other percentage to back it up? Because that's what's gonna help you grow. That's something that even myself, I was like, man, I need to really re-engage our appointments. I love doing our appointments because every single person I get a wrap on, I send them as a customer. Whether they buy a box of wraps, fat fighters, greens, skincare products, something they didn't even try. That is, you put a wrap on that person, you have 45 minutes to talk to them about any other product. Everything. What they're gonna do, they're gonna sit and look through your catalog and be like, oh, what's this? I didn't even know you guys had skincare. I had no idea you guys had this kind of stuff. They have no idea. Wrap one-on-one. Even if your parties aren't your biggest thing, I highly suggest it because you get 4 to 7 people in front of you at a time, and all of them have wraps and things like that. However, if that's not your thing and you don't want to do that all the time, go one-on-one. It takes an hour of your day. Do one a couple a week. Guarantee you'll be signing on customers like crazy, signing distributors like crazy. I'll let you your hand up. Like you're gonna jump in on that. So again, back to the social media thing. If you are not watching people like a hawk, you need to. You need to be watching, like they said, every single post you see about fitness. I want to be a stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home dad. Life sucks. Money sucks. I'm in debt. Oh my gosh, hospital bills. I'm sick again. Every single one of those posts, we can help them. Ask them. Do not be scared. Don't be scared that you're going to post something on someone's status and then someone else is going to come right back behind you. That's where your confidence comes in. You are hiding behind a computer screen. You need to be confident. You have a couple minutes. If they're going to respond something negatively, you can either respond and say, oh, but wait, let me know you want to try something, blah, 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 or don't respond at all. It's out there. Don't be scared of that. Let it go. There's always going to be someone who's going to contradict something that we have or try and put you down. Guess what? They know nothing about the product, guarantee it, nothing about the business, and nothing about you. Own what you're doing, 100%. It's very scary to do it at first, but once you do, you're like, yeah, I can do this. I can talk about these products, and I can sell these products, and other people can do it with me. Own what you're doing, especially on social media. You have to have confidence, 100%. Don't be scared. Engage with let that scare you. That scared me at first. I was like, oh, I don't know if somebody's gonna like come back and ask me a question. Just call one of us. Ask what you should say. Whatever.
Speaking of that, like last year, some of you guys might remember we did. I don't even remember what we called them. Weekly meetings. Power hour.
Yeah.
That's what we called it. It was a power hour. So we all came together for like 1 hour a week, and we just sat down and reached out to people. That's all we did. Just reach out to people. And at that hour, there was so many people would be like, hey, I just messaged this person. What do I say back to them? And it was just we were sitting in a room just like this, all of us just hanging out with our laptops or our phones, and we're just telling each other what we should say to people. So we are connecting as a team. We're having fun. We're messaging people. We're growing our business. Just hanging out for 1 hour a week. So those power hours are really, really powerful. I would like to start doing them again if anyone's interested in doing them. We may even figure out a way we could do that like online if everyone can't get together once a week, but those would be so beneficial for your business. And let's say you can't even come to a training or anything, you can do it on your own. Like take that 1 hour out of your week, schedule it out, and just spend that time reaching out to people and connecting with people. Screenshot the message, send it to Sam or myself, like, guys, what do I say?
I don't know what to say. It happens all the time, and I will always tell you what to say.
Yeah.
I promise.
Yeah. And don't ever feel like you're bugging us either, because we want to help you guys. Like, you guys are our family. So, like, we want to help you guys grow and want to help you see the success that you want. So, don't ever feel like you're like, I don't know what to say. Just message us and say, this is what I'm dealing with. What do you think I should say?
Exactly. Just to go along with the whole engaging with people, message people. Say you go 3 days and don't see one person, talking about what they love, what they hate, or what they need. Say you have gone 3 days and you've seen nothing, you've seen 5 positive people, super, super positive, posting awesome quotes. Message them. Be like, oh my gosh, you are so inspiring. You motivate me. I would love to have you on my team. What team? You never heard It Works? It's that simple. I have signed so many customers and distributors just reaching out and saying, like, you are so motivational. And if they have zero interest in being a distributor, guess what? They're going to ask about the product, and you can probably send them on the product. A lot of people have never heard of it. Don't be scared. Share what we have. Let's not be selfish anymore. Share it. Don't be scared. People want to know about the product. I've not had anyone tell me, get out of my face. This sucks. I don't want to know anything about it ever in this almost 2 years of me doing this. So if it happens, I'll take you to dinner because that's not going to happen. I'll make you feel better. I'll take you to dinner. So, text people. How many people do we have on our phones? And we're like, I'm scared. Trust me, none of my friends, except for this one, and this one signed me. So other than that, none of my friends have bought anything from me. There's no harm in telling them. Especially if they're whining about something. I have 6 sick friends right now. Okay, want some greens? You might feel better. Oh, I guess I can try that. I've been meaning to ask you. Really? Ask them. Ask them. Text your aunt, text your mom, text your brother, text whoever. Do me a favor. Have a party. You might actually like the product, but even if you don't, you're giving me some practice. Just ask them. Don't be just being like, okay, I'll just message a bunch of strangers. Message your friends. The worst they're going to tell you is no. Again, they're not going to push you down. They're not going to pull your hair. They're not going to tell you your product sucks. I don't want to. Probably going to say, sure, I'll help you out. We'll figure out a time. They might not be thrilled about it, but they might be after the fact. Just do it. Don't be scared of it. My least favorite, which I'm going to start saying is my favorite thing to do, blitzing. Blitzing. Blitzing, blitzing, blitzing. Okay, so since we've been pushing for the past like almost 6 months to be super strong and confident on social media, people have stopped blitzing. Like I don't know when last time I've seen or anyone with a blitz card other than on our lanyards, which none of us even have on tonight. So we need to be blitzing. You need to be wearing your lanyard out to the grocery store. That's still a thing. People will still ask you, what is that? What am I supposed to ask you? What is this? Engage with them. Don't be scared of that. That is probably the scariest thing to almost every distributor. It's probably your biggest fear that you're going to write on your fears and tear them up and throw them away. Even if you'll blitz 5 people a week, 1 a day, just get it out of the way. I mean, don't just throw it at them and run. Try to engage. If that's the worst, if that's the biggest fear you have in this business, just do it. It'll knock all the other fears out of the way. Just do it. I highly recommend blitzing. So many people, I mean, before social media got huge, like that's how all these people, she blitzes people, oh, nice blingy purse. Here, let me give you a coupon. I mean, seriously, she was in Michael Kors store, she said last March or whenever when you come down, she's like, oh, that's Michael Kors people. None of them knew about It Works. I'm like, Jody, were you in Michael Kors for 3 hours stalking the people that work there, blitzing them? She's like, what? None of them knew.
I sold wraps on the spot.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, it works. I mean, I always carry wraps on me because somebody wants to wrap or buy one. Like, show them.
Can I give you a tip? I'll give you a tip quick while I interrupt you. So Trent got me this for Christmas. I'm so stoked. I usually have a Blitz card hanging on the front of it, and it says "Ask me," and everybody asks. I set it up on the counter when I go to pay, and every cashier asks. Well, carry 1 Blitz card, have the rest in your purse, but carry 1 Blitz card, and when you blitz them, say, well, that's actually my last card. Would you mind if I text you the Blitz card to your phone number? Just go ahead and put it in my phone, and then you can get their contact information. You can text them a picture of the Blitz card, and you have their contact. So then you have your follow-up. So, I mean, that's a brilliant way to blitz by just having 1 card and that you have a stack in your purse. But I used to always wear it around my neck, and people would not ask. When I put it on my purse and I set the purse in front of them and it says, ask me, they ask. I don't know what it is, but I mean,
what's mine now? I have people that ask me, but I have more. So
yeah, I mean, have them both if you have to. But the funny thing is, like, sometimes I felt like a billboard, which I do with my clothes anyways. Yeah. But not when I started wearing it on my purse, everybody started asking. Like, I didn't even have to ask them about it. They started asking me. So it just started working that way. Yeah.
Along those lines too, like if you're everywhere you go, give someone a coupon. Like that's my goal. If I go out during the day or I go to the grocery store or I go to the gas station, wherever I go, I'm giving a Blitz card. Make it your goal every day. Wherever you end up during the day, just hand them a coupon. And I know it sounds scary, but all you have to do is literally carry them in your purse. And then when you're up at the counter, like at the bank, perfect example. Last week I went to the bank and I was like cashing out and she's like, oh, what account do you want? I'm like, oh, I want it in my It Works account. I labeled mine and it says It Works now. And so she goes in there and she's like, oh, okay. And so she's like checking me out. And I was like, hey, do you care if I give you a coupon? And she's like, sure. And so I handed her the It Works coupon and she was like, what's this? And she's like, oh, wait, are those wraps? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, actually, we're a whole health wellness company. So we have a whole line of stuff. She's like, oh my gosh, really? So the other girl, like, oh, can I have a coupon too? Comes over and asks me for a coupon. Well, here, do you want one too? Just start handing them out to everybody. And surprisingly, the other girl, she's like, I've been seeing this. She's like, I've just been looking for someone that I knew that I could order from. She actually called me the same day and signed up as a customer. Not even the girl I was talking to. Just be loud and not loud, but excited. Don't be like, here's my coupon. Like, oh my gosh, yeah, it's my company. And that's just be excited. Hand them a coupon, and you never know who else might ask about it too. So give them a coupon to say, hey, can I give you a coupon? That's it. Very simple, short, sweet, on the way out the door. Here you go. If you never hear from me again, at least you got over your fear of blitzing.
And I love, like, when you're in the line, like at Walmart or something, and there's people behind you, I love to say, oh my gosh, I couldn't wait to give this to you, and I know there's a long line, so I want to give you my coupons. It's got my contact information, and most of the time the person next to you is like, well, can I have one? Yeah. I mean, that's happened so many times. And I'm so excited and I'm creating urgency. And like I've done that too with my wow and my green samples. Oh, and I'm giving out samples this week too, and just put them in their hand. Like they're not gonna say no.
Yeah. Yep.
So, but yeah, just different ideas.
Absolutely. We can have a whole meeting on listing if you guys
Yeah.
want. Just don't be so scared to do it. Just start with, can I give you a coupon? Do it a couple times and it gets so much easier.
Yeah.
So moving forward, after the blitzing. So another thing that when I was recruiting like crazy, which I tried to be a recruiting machine all year long, but I'm not always assigned to my distributors in 1 month. Unfortunately, that's just not how it works. However, when I was having parties, first of all, have parties. Just do it. Have someone host them for you. Try to get 1 or 2 a month in, even if it's not your thing. Just bring someone with you. Bring a side sister. Bring your upline. Like I'm still not super confident about having parties, but I want to get some experience. It is the best way to learn the product in real life scenarios. People are asking questions. People are asking you all kinds of questions. And if your upline is there or your cousin sister's there, things are being answered. You learn all kinds of stuff. It's great. It's awesome. When you walk in to have that party, whoever's hosting that party, train them as a new distributor right off the rip. Let them know, I'm going to pretend like you're my newest distributor. I'm going to have you get everybody signed in, put their money in there. They're going to then see all the money, $25 a wrap, getting put in this jar. They're going to be like, okay, well, she just gets to take all this money home. Like, what the heck? Like, I'm having this party. Oh, yeah, but you get a free wrap. It's awesome. Then she gets to thinking, like, okay, well, while I'm in here wrapping people, get them all signed in. Get to, like I said, collect their money, have them sit down. I'll send them out to get them a drink of water. Have them stand up there with you if you want to. I like to do that. I know a couple of people on my team, especially last year, they were like, oh my God, I trained my host as a distributor and they signed as a distributor. Well, they can, if they sign up as a distributor that night, if you sign 4 loyal customers, there's our 4 loyal customers right there. 9 times out of 10, if you've got 4, 5, 6, 7 people, they're all going to sign as loyal customers. That's their 120 and free product. That's their business being kicked in right then. I recommend doing that for sure. That's something that, like I said, I did. I learned it from Jody actually. She was talking about it last year. We tried it. A couple of us tried it, and it ended up working fairly well. Like I said, if you're not huge on having parties, that's fine, but it is an idea.
Also, another point on parties, just so everyone's clear, we can have parties here. So we can have them in my apartment, we can have them at Sam's house, we can do them wherever we want. So if you are like, man, I really want to do a party, but I just don't want to have people in my house, maybe it's out of the way, maybe you're just not comfortable having people in your house, we can do it at one of our places. So don't feel like just because you don't want to have it at your own house that we can't have it here. So that's definitely an option for both of us. So
or a restaurant.
Yeah.
We've done that at Mexican places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've also last year and even at the end of this last year, we even did weekly wrap parties. So it was just an open wrap party. You can invite anyone you want. One, it's great to bring potential customers or distributors to, so they can kind of see how the party's done, learn about the products, have a little fun, try the products. And it's a really great opportunity for new distributors to see how the party's done. So we may do those again too, if you guys are interested in doing that. And then that would be a way to kind of get customers to it. You don't have to schedule your own party. It's already there every week. It's set up for you, ready to go. So that's another option. So if that's something that's on your radar. Yeah.
So just one more thing to tie into the party, having the parties thing. I'm gonna get a little red real fast. Do not use online parties as your first option. She holds one every week. Liz Fuller holds one all the time. Multiple people of us have online parties all the time. Do not use that as your first option. Use that as a backup option. If you are talking with someone and you want them to host a party, have them try to host an actual party. You're going to get value people. You're probably going to sign every single person. If you're just adding people to the online party and really you're not checking in, how are you knowing if they're there? How are you knowing if they're interacting? How are you supposed to follow up realistically? Yeah, it's great. Once a week, if you're like this auto mode and you're like, yeah, definitely, I talked to 2 people, I'm going to send them to this party. That's great, as long as it's not your number one thing that you're doing. It's definitely great to be available. It's awesome for new distributors. You get to learn all the product. It's all there. It's all open. She leaves it open for like 24 more hours. Don't let that be your first option. Going into the new year with that, yeah, just try and book one. If you're talking to someone and they're like, yeah, I'll do one. Don't let the first thing you say like, oh, well, you can host an online one. Well, try to get a person face-to-face one.
It's just because it's that belly to belly, like people like excited people, and like when we host parties, we have fun, we're excited, we get to show you all the parts. You can literally taste, feel, touch, look at the ingredients while you're there, and that is so much more beneficial, and you do so much better with parties when people are there and they're with you and they're interacting and they'll sign up on the spot. Whereas online parties, even if they're interacting a little bit on the page, it's kind of like chasing them down afterwards. Like, hey, did you check out the party? And they're like, no, I didn't. I'm like, oh, okay, we'll check it out now. And it's just kind of a lot harder to kind of seal the deal when you got a party ready to go. And they sign up there. So
Most important part of having parties, say you're like, oh, I don't know, I'm still not sure. We have a couple of our teammates that we've all been in for a year now. Some people are still really anxious and really don't want to have a party because they don't know what to say. Use this. It came in your kit for a reason. You are literally going to be able to have a party and talk off of this. Even if you know nothing, not a whole lot else, I wouldn't say go into it blindly, but you can always, people will respect you way more if you at least have this, and if they ask you something specific and you're like, hang on, let me shoot my outline and text, or let me get her on the phone real fast. And call us, my sister, call one of us. Use this. You got this in your $99 startup kit. This is your best friend. If you take it to your one-on-ones, literally read right off of it. This is our business plan. We are supposed to sell the simplicity of this business. Anyone is able to do this. They have to want to do this. It's not for everyone, but anyone can do it if they want to. Use this. Prove it. Take it with you. Like, this is all you need. You know, this is
when we
this is
go
what you
anywhere,
need.
that's what's in my purse.
Yeah,
That and
this,
rest.
use it. Use it, use it, use it. Even me, I fumble over stuff sometimes. I always have this. I have 2 of them that no one is allowed to touch now because all of mine got stolen. Use them. Really, truly use them. And then, oh, please. Oh, just my last thing. Don't ever say, ever say, let me know.
Yeah.
Ever. Because they won't. They'll forget. Oh, let me know. Let me know when you want to get that order in. Don't say that. They will never let you know. They will forget. They might text you here and there a month later. Well, did that help last month's volume when you went to get your paycheck? No. Always, always, always say, if people are talking about, well, I think I can host a party for you. Don't say, okay, let me know when you're free. Say, okay, I have every Wednesday this week free. I have specific dates, blah, blah, blah. Which works best for you? Do not say, I have every Wednesday in this month free. Let me know which one works for you. Don't even let that be a part of your vernacular at
Always
all.
give them specific times and dates, even if it's a wrap appointment.
Yeah.
Or even if it's they're talking about the product and they're not really sure which one they want. Get to the bottom of what they want. Ask questions. Never, ever, ever say, let me know.
If you
It
can,
is so hard to not say that.
yeah, if you can think back, you can probably think like, well, I have said that, and then that person never texts me back. Like, I bet every
Actually, if
person.
you look through your messages, they all say let me know.
They
'Cause
all
all of
say.
mine did for like
Yeah.
3 months. I was
Let
like,
me know.
oh man, that must be why I never got back to
Dang
me.
it, yeah, all, that was a potential, that was a potential, yeah. She's going back like,
I said let you know.
actually, I haven't had time.
If you say-
Get an appointment right now.
No, if you say like let me know and then like you're like, oh, I want to follow up, then the next day you can message them back and you said let me know, like I know I said let me know, but let me
Right.
tell you, hey, I'm
Sorry.
following up with you today. If you just say, hey, will tomorrow at 5 o'clock work for you? If not, what's the next best time that works for you? Like asking questions, getting a specific response will be like the best way to seal the deal and get in front of.
Yeah, 24 hours, and you're like, oh, I just messaged them yesterday. I said, let me know. If they haven't let you know in 24 hours, they forgot. Just say like, hey, I just looked at my books. Whatever time is good for me, or a couple times are good for me. What about you? They're literally not gonna be like, she just messaged me yesterday. They're gonna be like, oh, I forgot to let her know. I told her I was gonna let her know. Ball was in my court. I forgot. So that was some of the stuff that helped me get through recruiting last year. And not only something that I had to get in my head. Don't take all of these and take notes and take them home and be like, okay, once a week I'll do this. Do it every day. I'm serious. I mean, there is a time and a place for your family. There's a time and a place for the business. There's a time and a place for this. Merge them. Stay up a little bit later. Text a little bit more. Whatever you have to do at certain times to let your business grow. just little tiny things like all these notes, they don't take super long. So if you're doing them every day, you don't have to spend an entire Sunday doing everything that you've had to do. That's a big thing of what the Destination to Diamond stuff is. It's all about doing little tasks, no matter what the tasks are, doing them every day. It's going to keep your business continuing to grow. So also that's stuff that got me to Diamond last year. One triple this year.
And be intentional. Yeah, be intentional with what you're doing, because I love the balance that we have. Brittany's like, we're gonna have fun, and Sam's like, I'm gonna be rad, and this is what you need to do to build your business. And I'm like, I'm gonna get your mind right.
Yeah, we
Like, I love the balance of all three of stuff. But be intentional. So if what you're doing, like stop and think, okay, what I'm doing, is it creating revenue, recognition, or retention?
3 R's.
R. Are you creating revenue for your business, bringing the money in? Retention, so keeping your customers and your distributors, and recognition. Are you recognizing your distributors who are underneath you? Are you recognizing your upline? Do you know how good it feels when like one of my downline messages me and says, thanks for that post, it was totally what I needed. You know, it doesn't matter, you don't have to recognize, if you don't have a team yet, that's okay. Recognize a little customer, you know, message them and say, I just wanted to let you know that I'm so grateful for the orders that you keep placing. You're recognizing somebody. And if what you're doing and scrolling through Facebook feeds all day long is not intentional, unless if you are personally, you know, reaching out to people and for the business, and then you're creating, you know, revenue or whatever. Retention, you know, if you're reaching out to customers or distributors that you're currently with. Don't get caught up in being stuck on Facebook all day, because it's easy to do. But, you know, we do need to be out there creating relationships and stuff like that. And I didn't talk about that, but we need to find a balance, 50-50 balance. We need the face-to-face, but we also need the social media. We gotta find a balance of doing both.
That's when you'll be super successful. Like social media is definitely great, but you have to balance it with meeting new people, which is where blitzing and things like that, or even when you're at a brand new party for New Year's Eve and you're on Facebook.
So intentional, being intentional.
Yeah, on Facebook.
So being intentional is the 3 R's. When you're making posts, faith, freedom, friendships, fun, those are all things that we have in this business, right? So post with one of the F's, and always make, you know, when you're making, I know, with an F intention.
Yeah.
So when you're making your post, think about that. Did I make a post that is about one of those? So, you want me to go? Okay. So I want to talk to you about a couple different things. First of all, kind of off of what Sam said, you have to be asking people to join the business, asking people if they're interested in the products. If you don't ask, the answer will always be no. Michael Jordan said, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take, which is so true. So you have to be asking. Right now, my big motto is, it's a new year. How about a new you and starting a new business? It's 99 bucks. If somebody wants to buy the wraps for $40 more, they can start a business and have the same box of wraps. So remember to incorporate that into your conversation. Tax returns are coming. That is when people are ready to spend their money. So you have to be out there promoting your business opportunity as well as your products. So think about that. Get people on the phone with me, Brittany, or Sam. If you need us to do a 3-way call, I didn't even introduce you. This is Tanya. She's my cousin, and she is actually the one who introduced me to Brittany. Yeah. She sells, she's your upline, actually. She's between me and Brittany. So they used to work together, and that's how we found Brittany. She was with me on the way here, and I told her right when she got in the car, I'm like, I have a 5 o'clock 3-way call with a distributor who is trying to sign, who has a prospect, and this prospect is getting a divorce, and she didn't have a lot of money, and so I needed to present to her that she can pre-sell her 4 wraps to get the money to buy her kit. I also asked her, can you think of anything that you have in your house that you would part with, that is valuable, that you could sell on rummage sale, whether it's a bunch of clothes or this or that? Because I've had people do that to get the money for their kit. I think people in their mind think I have no money, I can't do this. So what do you ask them when they tell you that? Are you doing anything to change that? Put it in their mind. Well, Do you know what you're going to do to change that so that your situation will change? Because if you don't ask them, they're still going to be stuck in that same rut. So you have to ask them and be intentional with it. But so I talked to her but I did a 3-way call on the way here. It's so easy. So if you guys have somebody on the fence, you don't feel comfortable pitching the business, they have questions you can't answer, say, you know what, I can't answer all your questions right now. Would you be willing to get on the phone with my upline who's been in the business a little bit longer than me? Let her answer some of your questions.
Go ahead. Actually, one of Maddie's new girls, she was kind of asking about, she's like, this girl really wants to sign. She's been thinking about it for like 6 months, but she just hasn't, bit bold and jumped in. Can you talk to her? So she like gave me a number. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that, but what I can do is I can actually go ahead and put you all in a group message, and then I can talk to her, and at least you can see what I'm saying. So that way, not only can I kind of talk to her, she was learning. She like told me after, she's like, I learned so much new stuff that I didn't even know about the business of what you just said. She's like, so that kind of builds your confidence too. So not only are you learning, but we're also sealing the deal, and we're signing a new customer, signing a new distributor. So always look for ways to kind of keep learning, because this business is all about learning, which you're in the destination Genevans, you're learning a lot right now.
The other thing that I'm going to start doing, and it just came to me when I was thinking about it today, is I want to start doing Thursday night prospecting calls. Lisa's always done them on Wednesdays. I want to start them with our team. So I'm going to be having like Brittany on, Sam on. I'm going to be, interviewing different people on these calls Thursday night, because people get paid on Friday mornings. Some people get paid on Thursdays, but most people get paid on Thursdays and Fridays. So I thought, why not get them on a call on Thursday night, get them so excited about this business that they know that $99 is coming out of their check tomorrow to join this business. So that's what I'm going to start implementing this new year is the Thursday night prospecting calls. I have my big training in Columbus on January 16th. Does anybody have tickets?
I just wrote that
I had everything down to buy it.
I only have like 30 left. It's almost sold out. So there's going to be, so the link is in our group page. You guys, it's going to be amazing. Like I have 24 people helping me with this training, and it's going to be over the top. We're going to have panels with different obstacles. Like it's going to be so exciting. We are doing a charity fundraiser that I'm so stoked about for a center that helps teen moms. For all of you who don't know, I was a teen mom, college dropout, and so like this is near and dear to my heart, and I can't wait. And they're going to actually be there to talk about Rustic Hope, which is the charity that we're doing the fundraiser for. So I'm really excited about that. And then in March, Lisa, your ambassador upline, is coming from Arizona, and we are doing another big training in March in Columbus, and we're going to have a big gala afterwards. So it's going to be fun.
So I have to piggyback off that. So in March of what year is that? 13, I think. Anyway, no, it was like 4. Anyways, it doesn't matter. So I was like 2 years ago. So Nick and I went the week.
It'll be 2 years this year.
Right, yeah. So it was 2 years in March. Yeah.
Yep.
So we signed, and it was that weekend. Tanya was like, hey, there's a training in Columbus, you should go. And it was like, literally, I mean, it's been a week, not even a week. She's like, you should go. I came home, and he's like, what did you just sign up for? I'm like, oh, I'm doing this, it works. Like, I'm really excited about it, it's health and wellness. He's like, that's a pyramid scheme. They're going to take all your money. It's a waste of time. I'm not going. I'm not on call this weekend, so I'm staying home. I'm working on my smoker. I'm going to grill something. Like, it's just like this thing. Like, I'm staying home. And I was like, well, I already bought your ticket, so we're going. So get in the car.
I was so
We're leaving tomorrow.
Yes.
And
And you know what? That was probably the best thing you did.
Right.
I
And
mean,
so,
'cause she just took off.
yeah, so
she
right
really did.
after that,
It was amazing.
he was like go to or whatever. We sat in the back row. You can remember. He sat in the back row, palled in for like the first 5 hours. It was an all-day training. Then at the end, they talked about, it was Elizabeth Houlihan, and now we actually realized this a couple days ago. I don't even know what she is. She's like a businesswoman. So for him, like the business just like talked to him. It was like about business and how like she was in the corporate world, and she was very, very successful corporate world woman, and she was like, show me the business plan. And as soon as she saw the business plan, she's like, this is what I want to do. And so she took the business and started running with it and being a better income than she had at her corporate job. And for him, like hearing from someone who has made it in this business, has seen it financially be better for her than being in the corporate world, he's like, oh man, we're gonna run with this business, we're gonna do this, we're gonna go this, if we can make 6 figures by this time. He's like running with it. I'm like, hold on, wait. We just started. He's like, no, we gotta go with it, like right now. So it was getting if your husband, boyfriend, cousin, sister, mom, someone that's kind of like on the fence, maybe not really sure how they feel about this, or maybe a potential distributor, like get them to a training because it is so eye-opening. And especially if you feel the same way, if you're kind of like, I like this, but I don't love it, but I'm on the fence, get to a training. I'm telling you, every time I go to a training, everyone's like, oh, you learn the same thing. No, you don't. Every single time I go to it, I have books. That entire thing is filled with notes from trainings. Notes and notes and notes from pages and pages and pages of stuff that I learn every time I go to a training. And the more you hear something, they grow too. So anyways, get to a training.
The light bulb just went off. That's what you're going to talk about. You're going to tell your story.
Yeah.
But no, so trainings are very important. So are these meetings. So I'm just, thank you guys for coming tonight because this just shows that you want to grow your business personally and business aspect. So I want to talk a little bit about mindset because you know that's my thing. Success comes from in here and in here. So it all starts with belief. And retreat, I don't know if you guys know, I got to go to 2 back-to-back retreats. So I was in Arizona, I came home for 3 days. I was in Arizona for 5, came home for 3 days, went to Florida for 5 days with both of our ambassador uplines, and oh my gosh, it was so crazy. But at Sarah Rankin's, who's one of your ambassador uplines, we were in Florida at their new house that they just bought. They're from Toledo.
I love her.
They're from her so much. They're from Toledo, and they just bought a house in Tampa, and beautiful. And we got to stay there in the house, and she Skyped in Howard Falco, who wrote the book Time in a Bottle and I Am, Power of I Am. And he is amazing. So we got coached by him for an hour and a half. And I just want to go over some of the notes. They're scattered through here, but I want to just tell you some of the bullet points that he told us. So creating an I Am statement is huge. I am amazing. I am beautiful. Finding that self-love and self-belief that you are worthy. And if you guys don't believe you are worthy, you need to find out why. Do all of you believe that you are worthy of success, that you are worthy of happiness? If we let our past or our current situations define our success, we wouldn't go anywhere, a lot of us, because I was a teen mom college dropout. I felt like a failure forever. So you have to get to that power of belief in yourself and your I am statement. So the first thing he opened up with was 2 things that really stuck out to me. So when you're hiking up a mountain, you don't look at the top, how far you have to go, right? Because you have to be looking down because there might be loose rubble, there might be, steps off to the side. So you have to look at every step to reach the top. You can't just look at the top and expect to get there because there's going to be some struggles along the way. So look at each step and overcome each obstacle. But the thing that really got me was he said, if you knew how powerful you really are, you would never stop smiling. Because our mind is powerful, very powerful. And anything that we believe in our mind can happen if we put it out there and believe it. So why not you? Why not you be successful in this business? Why not you have all the happiness and dreams that you ever dreamed of? You guys need to dream big and always have that in focus. So if you are limited in how you see yourself, you're going to limit your experience and your success. So you need to get rid of all your limits. Write down your goals and dreams and make them limitless. If you want to live in Hawaii, on the water, put that on your dream board and believe it that it can happen. And if you don't believe it that it can happen, then why not? If you limit yourself, that is putting a negative thought in your mind. So like I said, when you write down your goals, it's important to get rid of all negative thoughts. There's no difference than all of you and Black Diamond Cammie Dempsey. You guys can be Black Diamonds. Every one of you can be millionaires. I know I'm going to be in the Millionaires Club. I cannot wait to be in the magazine and be one of the millionaires in this business because I know it's going to happen. Look at Lisa. Lisa Fuller, your ambassador upline. She was waitressing with 5 kids 70 hours a week, and she's in the Millionaires Club today. I mean, it's totally doable. If you have need or fear, then it works against you because that's a negative thought. We need to have more self-love. Where does self-love come from? It comes from belief. It comes from faith. It comes from knowing that what you want can happen. Self-love is basically self-awareness. So You have to work on yourself first. You have to better yourself. My big thing is, if you guys look at yourself, think about, would I want to join my team? Would I want to be a friend with me? Think about like the thoughts that you think during the day. Would I want to be a friend with me? Thinking the thoughts that I'm thinking right now, doing the things that I'm doing right now. So always think about that because it's powerful. What holds us back from self-love is guilt, maybe from our past, shame from our past, regret, disbelief. Those are all negative things that hold us back from self-love. So we have to love ourselves before other people are going to want to join our teams, before they're going to want to be a part of us. Let's see, what else? Your team will appreciate you more if you love yourself. That's really important. If you say, I always, I never, I can't, if you're saying that, then you need to start thinking differently. You have to believe I am, I can. Failure, there's no such thing as failure. It's a learning experience. What is that book by, Learn or, I can't think of what it is. It's by John Maxwell. I'll have to think. It's probably going to come to me. I even have it.
The only way you can fail is to quit. Don't quit. You don't fail.
Become who you want your team to look like. So if you want a team full of rock stars, become that rock star that you want your team to look like.
You have to lead by example.
Lead by example. Yep. So if you have a seed, if you have a seed, how does the plant grow? You have to water it. You have to nurture it. You have to give it sunlight. Your business is the same thing, same way. You're going to have to give it lots of love, and you just got to stay focused in the moment. Try not to resist old thoughts. There's a lot of times when I think, gosh, I remember my business fell apart, and for a year and a half, I had to rebuild it. Don't go back there. Don't go back to the past thoughts, because you're not going back there. You're going to tomorrow. You're going to the future. So don't think negative thoughts. If you're trying not to resist the old thoughts, you're still thinking them. If you think, I can't think about my past, I can't think about my past, well, guess what? You're thinking about your past because you're trying not to think about your past. So you can't try to not resist old thoughts. Just always be thinking new thoughts. Make sure they're positive. Fear is what holds us back, and love sends you forward. So if you have a fear of succeeding or a fear of failing, you can't go anywhere with that. You need to have love, self-love, love for your business. Do not fall into the trap of feeling bad about yourself, or maybe you think you failed at something. You didn't fail. It's a learning experience. So what else? Okay. There's no such thing as mistakes. They're learning experiences. I just said that. If you haven't made a mistake, then you're perfect. I don't think any of us are perfect. When you feel like you can't get to the next level, this is my favorite thing that I want you guys to remember. You need to say, I can and I will, because I am. And it's very important that you have that I am statement on your computer, on your mirror, in your car, on your refrigerator. Write the same I am statement everywhere. And Tommy's now pass out a piece of paper so you can write your I am statement. So you're always when you feel stuck or discouraged, say I can and I will, because I am. Your mind is so powerful that you can do anything you want to do if you put it out there and if you believe it. It's never too late to be who you thought you might have been. I love that saying because it's so true. It's never too late. I think there was one more thing. So the past is the past, and those are negative thoughts that hold you back. We already talked about that. Take care of you before you take care of anybody else. And one thing that Pam Souter talked to us a lot about, Pam came to our retreat. Actually, John Eric Mosler, everybody know him. He's the social media guru. Yep. He came to our Friday night pajama party dressed in, what's the Star Wars? Are they Wookiees? What are they called? I don't know. But the bear-looking guys. Yeah. Okay, so he had a one-piece pajama. They're like the Ewoks. But I don't know what they're called. But anyhow, my dad would be disappointed in me. He had a one-piece pajama thing on. He came to our pajama party. It was so crazy. He didn't start our training till 3:30 in the morning, and I couldn't keep my eyes open. I felt horrible. But we had him come, and then Pam Souter came on Sunday, and it was just us and her, and it was just real talk. And she talked a lot about never thinking negative thoughts about our distributors or our customers, only speaking love into our teams. I love my team. It's growing. I have a team full of rock stars. You know, always speaking the positive and believing in the positive, because it really does work. Like, it really happens. Every time before I leave the house, I ask God to put people in my place, in my path, who need the business or need the product. I don't know who they are, so I got to be talking to everybody. I got to be sharing it with everybody. So I think that's important too, that you just always look for the opportunity. The people that are in front of you have been placed there for a reason. Talk to them about the business and the products. So, but it's all about belief in your mind and in your heart. If you know that you have the best products and the best company and that you're the best rap star there is, you can become it if you believe it. So.
I will say that since I heard you or someone say that, I mean, I always pray on my team and things like that, but I have started to say that I have a team full of rock stars. I say this out loud. Everyone that has fallen off is going to want to come back. They're all going to jump back in. I am not kidding you. Since I started saying that, more people have texted me like, okay, I'm ready to do this now. I don't know what happened, but I'm ready to jump back in. It works.
It works.
It works. So yeah, do it. It's powerful. It's empowering also for yourself. It's just to know that you put that out there in the world, in the universe, and to God, and it happens.
And you can
someone else.
Put on your I am statement. I am a recruiting rock star. I am a loyal customer signing machine. I am an amazing leader. I'm an amazing mom. I am a fabulous whatever. I am a presidential diamond. This year I am going presidential, and I believe it, and I say it every single day. So take this paper. You can write it down, make copies of it, whatever. Just put it everywhere so you see it every day. And then when you see it, say, okay, what am I doing to get to that? Did I message how many people, I want to be this, so what am I doing to get there? If you're struggling, look in the mirror and find out the person looking back at you is the only person responsible for building your business, not your upline, your downline, your sidelines. You are responsible for building your business and being successful. So I love the I am statement. I believe that it's very powerful and it works.
Yeah, like positivity is like one thing that I can rock out all the time. I'm a very positive person. I've always been a very positive person. What? No way. I could tell. Yeah, I'm very positive, and I put that out there for everyone to see, and Sam kind of mentioned it earlier, like the more positive that you are, people want to be a part of that. The world is negative. It is. It's very negative. People talk about negative stuff. You turn on the news and you just want to cry because it's just negative stuff all the time. So the more positive you are, you're uplifting people who are in a negative place, negative position. So being positive, that is kind of like what the I am statement, like my positivity, like I say it out loud, but I talk about just everything that comes into me, like I turn it into a positive. No matter what happens, I may have to be like huffy for like a few seconds, but like, really, that just happened, and then I get mad, and then I'm positive. I turn it into a positive, because if you act on that negative energy, you're just portraying it onto the next person who sees you. Sometimes you get a little wrath of me, but when he gets angry, I get so mad at him that he's angry. Yeah. But like when he gets like upset about something at work, he'll comment like, well, what if it was just like this, and you just turn it into a positive? He's like, no, it's not like that. And I'm just like force feeding him like positivity like 24/7. And I just like, I can't help it. Like once it's a saying that something like, you can't change the things that happen to you, but you can change the way that you react to them. And that's like totally true. Like you could have the worst situation ever, but if you respond to it in a positive light, your whole life is going to change. And
the 90-10 principle. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. It's always trying to be very positive about everything that happens to you, and especially with your business. So the I am statement is amazing for that. It's like, I am this. You're speaking positivity into your life, into your business, into everything that you do. And that I am statement is so powerful because you start to believe it. When you see something so many times and you hear something so many times, you start to believe it. So that's kind of the biggest thing that I can.
Joel Osteen has a book called The Power of I Am, and his is very easy to read, like very easy to read. So, have you guys ever heard of Joel Osteen? He's coming to Columbus February 12th. Can't wait to be there.
Good to see you guys. Bye. Be careful.
Bye. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just being along the lines of the Joel same book, I Have the Team page. And it's actually a daily, it's 21 days of like daily tasks. And it says, you know, one of them is, I don't even remember off the top of my head, but it's a really good book and it has like daily tasks. Like, here's what you should focus on today is like being positive. And then it will give you a scripture and then it will give you a real life scenario and then it will say, how do you feel about this? And then one of them, I actually remember one of them was about negative people in your life that kind of weigh you down and you want to kind of, unfortunately, like let go of those relationships because you want to be positive and it's really hard when you're carrying around negative energy. So that's kind of what it focuses on one every day. And for me, I'm not a reader. I hate reading. But this book, it's like 2 pages a day. So like I can totally handle 2 pages a day. So that's really good for me. And it gives you a place to write too. So you can also like write stuff down and you can always go back and see how you felt about it. Anywho, point of all of that. So the point of all of it is just be positive. But the other thing I kind of wanted to talk on is exactly what she said. Like confidence is the key to your business success. Confidence is the one thing I think I lacked for the first 8 months of my business probably. I loved the business, but I didn't love me. I didn't love what I was doing. I didn't love, I guess. And I wasn't very confident about everything I was doing. And when I finally started putting everything I had into this business and really understood what I had my hands on and I was confident about the products, I was using them myself and getting the results for myself, that's when I was very, very confident in what I had, and that's when my business grew. We went diamond in 3 months. So it's being confident in everything you do was the biggest thing for me in my business. How do you create confidence? Like I said, being positive, and the more you say those I am statements, that's going to create that confidence. And then how you promote yourself. Like I always try to be a very excited, very loving, very positive person, and that's the kind of people that you attract. So when you portray something, that's what you're going to attract. So for anyone that I joined the business, or probably other than Sam, everyone's very yellow people, very shy, timid. I don't know. That's just what I attract, I guess. But other than that, I guess you're not really that shy though. Yeah. I don't know, but typically that's the kind of people that you attract, which is awesome because that's how I am. But you want to attract people that are like-minded. Like Sam's very determined, very outgoing, very wanting to get shit done. Yeah, that's what you want in your business.
On my team.
Yeah,
Yellow.
And yellow, wrong yellow.
But you want to like attract people. You want to attract people that you want in your business and the positivity you want in your life. So, anywho, and the biggest thing I can say for life too, and your whole It Works business, bring people on your adventure. Bring people on your adventure. Your life is now an adventure. Bring people on your adventure with you. That's like everyone loves. Like, what did you do this weekend? Like this whole year, I've traveled more than I have my entire life. Everyone's like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just traveling. So like people want to be a part of your adventure, whether that is going to the grocery store, whether that is going to your parents' house in Columbus for the weekend, whether it's going to a team training, whatever that is, bring people on an adventure with you. Maybe you're taking the kids to the park. Maybe your kids are running around the grocery store and you're just filming it on Snapchat and like, this is my life. My kids are crazy. Like, whatever. You're making people laugh. You're bringing people on an adventure with you and they love it. So bring people on your adventure because people want to be a part of it. And make it positive. Surprise. And then the last thing, I don't know if you want to add anything.
Something just came to me. I don't know. Think about John Eric. He talks about like when you go to make your social media post, and I know we've talked about this before, do it with the intent of posting it to one person.
Yeah.
Is it a single mom who's 26 years old, who's at the grocery store trying to decide if she's going to have enough to pay for the groceries that are on the belt? Think about intentional posting. Make it to one specific person, have that person in your mind. I was just sitting here thinking about a post, I see you. I know that you hate going to the mailbox every day. You dread going to the mailbox every day with the fear of which bills are going to be in there to pay. I see you're tired. I see you're struggling. Make a post that is so intentional and visualize that person in your mind because you might speak to 30 people, you might speak to 5, but if you're so intentional and picture that person, it's going to speak right to their heart. And those are the people who are going to end up reaching out to you or whatever. And if they like it, guess what? They're that person.
Yeah.
So private message them and be like, I couldn't help but notice, and go through their page. As soon as you see that somebody likes something, go to their page, start reading some of their posts, see what they're about, reach out to them. I couldn't help but notice that you liked my post. I know it looks like you've been struggling, Christmas, you just lost your grandfather or whatever. It's been hard. How's things going? Or, just conversation. Don't bring up it works. Just have some conversation. You need to go back and forth like 8 to 10 times before you even say, have you ever considered,
Maybe 8 out of 10 times they'll probably ask you first anyways.
Right.
So just be a friend and they'll be like, I've been seeing your post. Obviously they saw your post, they liked your post. So don't necessarily oh, hey, join It Works, but conversate with them, like she's saying, and then they'll.
And do you feel like that you have somebody that has been considering this business or products for forever? And you know what? It takes the 8th to 12th time before they will actually, of you commenting to them or responding to them or getting back with them, before you have the highest percentage of sealing the deal by the 8th to the 12th contact. So don't give up after 2, 3, or 4.
That's the same thing with talking to people too, in person. If they are kind of I don't know about that, like people I see at events and stuff, they're like, oh yeah, it's the ones who have already seen it several times before are the ones that are like, I want to sign up now. It's because they've seen it before. So even if the same person keeps liking and they're like, oh, I'm not interested, but they keep liking your post, it's going to take a couple times before they start reaching back out to you. So don't ever feel like you're bugging people, I guess. It's going along the same lines. Don't feel like you're bugging them because they want to see it, and the more that they see it, the more intrigued they get.
And they might see it on somebody else's wall, and it might be that 10th time, and they saw it on their wall and end up signing with somebody else. So be intentional with getting back with people. If you know that so-and-so's grandfather died 2 weeks ago, go back in and say, hey, I'm so sorry about your grandfather. I just wanted to check in with you and see how you're doing.
Exactly.
Intentional relationship creating and keeping that conversation going is so important in a business like this, because it's health and wellness, it's bettering people, and it's $99 that'll change their life, or it's a $25 bottle of confianza that will be a game changer in your mind and in your daily activity.
With that being said about helping people, I do want to remind you guys about the 90-day challenge we're doing. If you're not already in that group, check it out. Because a lot of people have been messaging me I love this 90-day challenge. You're doing great. It's definitely motivation, not only for you to kind of, again, learn about the products, get motivation for whatever aspect of your life you may be looking for it, but also it's really just.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
And you can get all your loyal customers in it too. We have over 400 people in the group right now. So even if you are I don't want anything to do with a weight loss journey or anything, there's so much more in that post. We have healthy dinner. I posted this Sunday about there was a sale at Kroger on pork loin, and I posted a whole recipe on it, and it was just on sale. So you could have made a whole dinner for $12 for 5 people.
And people were like, this is what I needed to see. I'm so excited about this post. And it is a good way to keep people engaged. And I have actual family members who are in their own challenge within the group. They're challenging each other, and they have money on the line, and they're like, I'm gonna lose more, and yeah.
Oh, I love
So it's and they're all placing orders.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all placing orders for our products. So if you know of somebody who wants to lose weight, that's already a customer, say, oh my gosh, I gotta get you in the 90-day challenge group. Be excited about it. Be like, I gotta get you in this group. You need to take part in it, because you could win money. You could win prizes, whatever.
The winners win cash.
Yeah.
Whoever loses the most percent of their body weight wins cash prize.
Yeah. So why not get them involved? Because they're going to want to keep doing it. Guess what? They're going to order more ProFit, more ThermoFit, more greens, more fat fighters, because they want to win. They want to. We have to weigh in every Monday. You think I want my scale to read more on this Monday than it did last Monday? No. And you're going to work twice as hard. So
also the motivation and the support that's in the group, people are going crazy. Oh my God, I've already lost 3 pounds. But other person be like, well, what are they taking? Because I want to order that. It's exciting.
yeah, I actually posted today that I've lost 4 pounds, And I had somebody say, what are you doing? Like, I want to make sure I'm on the same products that you're on, you know?
Yeah.
So like, it's just even that.
Yeah,
That's
so
just,
yeah, especially this time of year.
It feels
Wild.
great. I like love that people are commenting, and I was really nervous that people wouldn't be actually posting their weights because we kind of went back and forth with the people who are like on the admin of the group, and we're like, should we post the weight or not? And for me, I think that when you want to say goodbye to something, you need to see it and then say that's it. That you need to see that number so you can come to realization that's what that number is. Post it and say goodbye to that number.
yeah,
And
so many people were negative about posting it, and I was like,
And they
listen
did
here.
anyways.
Yeah, and I'm like, you guys, who cares what that number says? It's never gonna be on your scale again, so be proud to post it, because wait till you get to post your future number. And
we had over 100 people the very first day post their scale numbers, and that was like I was so proud of everybody. Like, I feel like it's like my family, like in that group. I'm
well,
like,
this is your baby. Like, you took this on, you called me and was like, what do you think about doing this? And like, I'm so excited that it's going over as well as it is.
it is going really well, and I'm really excited. Like, starting today was like the real, like, it's scheduled. Why are you smiling at me?
He's so proud of me. He's like, this is her passion.
Yeah, it is my passion. So I'm glad that it's helping people. So I definitely want you guys to get all of your customers in that challenge, even if they are not into weight loss. Everybody wants to be healthier. So we are always, like I said, posting different ideas about maybe starting a new exercise plan. We talk about goals every Monday. So maybe they just want to make a new health goal of eating veggies once a week. You know, it's just kind of to hold people accountable. So whatever their goal is, I get them in that group because it's only going to boost your business. So anywho, getting way off topic. Last activity, I'm going to pass these Sharpies around and I'm going to tell you guys what we're going to do with them. So yesterday, I was at church and we walked in and they passed out Sharpies. I'm like, what the heck are we gonna do with Sharpies at church? And we got in there and at church and the banner on the wall said anything is possible. I was like, it's pretty fitting for what we're doing with It Works right now. It's pretty cool. So I'm like Snapchatting as I walk into church. I'm like, this is so cool. And so we sit down and we go through the whole service. And at the end of the Mass, he said, I want you guys to take out your Sharpies. I want you guys to listen to this. He goes, there are so many lies that you hear about yourself, that you start believing, that you tell yourself, like, I'm not smart enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not strong enough, I'm not creative enough, I'm not a great leader, like, whatever that may be, all these lies that get built up in your head and you start to believe those lies. So his example was every year in January, he as a pastor is so worried that he's not going to be able to deliver a good enough message for people to want to come back. So January 1st, a lot of people are getting into a new church. So if you don't grasp them at that first couple, every Sunday, then they're not going to come back. And he said, I was really, concerned about that. So he always thinks like, I'm not creative enough. And he's like, but then I sit there and think, well, I've been a pastor at the same church for 22 years now. Clearly I am creative enough because the church is growing and we are now on a three-story floor. Sure. 3-story church. Building, whatever. I don't even know what it's called. Like, what's it called, honey? What is it?
Like a theater?
Like a theater. Like anyways, it's a lot of people. Anywho, so he's very creative. So his lie is that I am not creative enough because he is. So all we had to do, took the Sharpie, and you're actually going to write it on the bottom of your shoe. So you're going to take that Sharpie and you're going to write on the bottom of your shoe that lie or that fear that is holding you back. Whatever that lie or that fear is, you're going to write it on the bottom of your shoe. So mine was, I am not a good enough leader. I'm always worried that I'm not going to be a good enough leader, that I'm not doing enough, I'm not being enough, whatever. So on my shoe yesterday, I wrote, I am not a good leader. So the point of this is you're going to write it on the bottom of your shoe, and you're going to walk off, you're going to erase, and you're going to eliminate that fear every day. You can already tell mine's hardly even there. So that's kind of the point of this. So whatever your fear, I am not this, I'm not that, I'm not creative enough, whatever it is, write it on your shoe. Go do it. You guys are first. So
I love that idea. So that's the big.
That's actually the guys that you're in the Destination Shine group. That's your challenge for tonight, so you can knock that off the board right now.
Just take a picture of our shoe.
Yep, just take a picture of your shoe.
So the question is the black shirt you can show up on that black shoe?
Right.
Yeah, I just kept like writing as hard as I could and like going over it. I guess it probably would have
Oh,
been
I
better.
guess it will. I'm a little dusty.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe that's why mine showed up too. I was like,
A little dusty right there.
I didn't want to mess up the show, but I don't know. Don't come on the camera. Yeah, exactly.
I might need both feet.
Yeah, right? And if you have more than one, just write small. Keep them all on there.
Oh my gosh, her niece's team, and shows her personality. I don't like it.
Yes, I'm just like, she's like, no socializing. Blah, blah, blah. Is that kind of the point of being a team is to like know each other and socialize?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we
You guys have accountability pictures?
No. We
What?
like
Actually, go, girl.
we're just
Yes, that's how we found
Are you on Sandy Dairies? Are you on Sandy Dairies team?
Last time in March. It was
Me?
Yeah.
I'm on Lisa Fuller's.
Oh, you're on Lisa's. Sandy's team did that too.
Did they?
Yeah, I remember.
I love it. I feel like my head's gonna explode just every day. And then I told Adam last night, we have to go like film this video. It's like I'm doing this like
Yeah.
30-day self-development thing, tell him about it. And he's like not, he's supportive, but he's not interested in the business. And he's like, oh, well, like, do you want me to hold your phone so you don't like have to hold your camera up? And I was like, are you really like wanting to help me with this?
I got a new like super nice camera from my dad for Christmas, and Rob like brought up my tripod and like set it up. I was like, can you get? I was pumping when I was practicing. I didn't do it while I was pumping. But I was like, can you see anything? He's like, are you gonna do it right now? And I was practicing, but I don't even get a good angle. And that would be great. And he's like, oh my God. So he's in the thing like, let's scoot back and lift your chin up. And I'm like,
That's awesome. Yeah, if you guys need inspiration, go to some of the leaders' pages and just start clicking on some of the why videos, because oh my gosh, I sat in my bed last night bawling. Like, you know, you think about what your real why is, and you know, obviously it's usually your family and you know, to be debt free and stuff like that. But mine, as I see like people that I brought up in this business, like you know, spilling their guts on what this business has done for them and why they're still in it and why they, you know, want to reach their goals. It's like that's ultimately just changing other people's lives is just such a passion, and it's so rewarding to see so many people come so far. So.
also, I just want to talk about, I already filled out my homepage. I have never been a super confident, I'm like slouching while I say that. I am a confident person. I haven't been, so I've always been like super scared to like say things like this out loud. But on the bottom of my shoe, I'm always having in my head like I'm not leading by example well enough. Like I'm not doing it. I'm not doing this good enough. No. And that's not true. I mean, if it's not working with one of my distributors or one of my teammates or one of my friends, like it's not who I am, and I need to get that out of my head. So don't just write one thing down if you have more. All these things on here are things that I never thought that I would write down, say out loud, anything about myself. So just fill it out. Fill it out as much as you can because it helps.
And you become who you believe you are.
So, high five, everybody. Well meeting. Good job. But before we leave, let's do a quick picture. No, we lost 3 people. Let's do a picture real quick.
I guess we're at the beginning.
I know.
I forget.
And then people leave, and I'm like, wait.